Hello, everybody. Welcome back up here. And I want to say thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, for the people who reaching out. They want personal assistance and personal readings. Yes, they are available. AquaspiritUnited.com. There is a form. There is an email in there that you can send it to us, and we can reply it as soon as we get it. I just check the email, and I will respond as soon as I can. But with that being said, up here is not about the commercial, it's about helps that you're going to get for it. And I'm really hoping that these reports are helping you within your life for it because we are going somewhere. We're going to a new plane of existence, but now we are kind of like corresponding with the energy available to us, and we are able to understand the energy, but we also understand what to do with it. Part of ascending and so on. And here is what interesting it is about that those energies right now, even that in some way, an emotional level, they are very heavy for it, and a personal level, they're very heavy. We are going through removing the personality, removing the ego, removing the fears, and we are able to go over the hump. Without over the hump, for it, a lot of the people they are going to be able to um, focus of what is that prevent him. You need to understand in the relationship is not about problems. In the relationship, that is about challenges to grow, and you're looking for someone you to grow for it. You're offering the loyalty, you're offering um, the trust, the abilities, and you're there to grow because without that growth, the love will die, the emotions will die, uh, probably finances situations, material world is going to lose its purpose in there. So without purpose, what the heck is going on? So we're talking about the new moon now that it's going to be coming in about 2 days for it. Pretty interesting energies. And I want to tell you that they're pretty interesting because here is about to find out the limitations. But the limitations, they're healed. They need to be overcome. There is something that it goes on in there. This new moon to full moon, it's going to have one purpose. Oh, you can go ahead and heal your body as much as you want. Have you heal your psyche? Have you heal within your mind what makes you sick? Deeply from within your mind. And that is going to be the full moon challenges that we are going to be facing, whether the moon is going to be joining Neptune. Okay? Because exactly at that time, in there, for it, we are going to be able to understanding that through this, we have to stop making what? Sick. There is a one saying in there, don't wipe a tears that you made the person cry. What is them telling you in there? Don't make the people crying. So with this kind of like an energies there, we're gonna be going through it. Hopefully you see that picture there that I'm gonna have for it in there. That is it about going forward. And with this going forward, as you see it on your screen, right in here, we're talking about that the moon and the sun, they're going to have these oppositions with Saturn, the limits, what is preventing them. In there, that energy is not going to be very well with Jupiter. We are going to be seeing that in the first quarter moon, as the moon is going to be going into Sag. The duality is going to be really kicking in because there's going to be this square towards Saturn and oppositions of Jupiter. And this is about what you have not learned, what you have not grow, what do you need to look in there as these situations. But as at this new moon, we also have these situations pile up here at Libra. Okay, the moon is going to come here for it. I'm going to be talking about this. But as the new moon comes in, as you see it, the divine energies are right in here with the inner work that it shows up the North Node. Your destiny is calling you, your divine situation is calling you, but you need to face the adversities. And the adversities is when you think that you're doing something and so on and so on. For it, this is like the guy who feels so bad that he steals money from his employees in there, and then he's doing donations at the church, and he's like, yeah, my sins are wiped out. I'm not increasing the money to my employees, but I'm here doing to the church. You see, this is about that kind of like you're trying to heal the body, like you have in the person body, but your mind is making you sick. What is in within your psyche, the way of process, the way of thinking. This is why this logic that Virgo has in there, it's coming together. This is the reality of the intuitions and the authority that it comes in to seek, to go back, to find out what make sick your psyche. I'm not talking about astrology, asteroid psyche. I'm talking about the psyche from within you, your first thought, how you process it, what is your deeply within your mind, there that it's hidden, your hidden agendas that makes you sick, the things that you do and you don't know why you're doing it, and then the situation goes out. Yeah, that's what this is all about. And the moon and the sun is going to come together. This is going to be pointing out to the inner work that it needs to be done. As a midheaven, this is going to be the green light. But you're going to be finding that green light once you get here, once you're crossing over. And we're going to be talking about from the full moon to the new moon report. But this is a 14 days ahead right now that we're going to be talking about. So this is what is going to be the start of the new moon in there. On the next day, the moon is going to be going into this 22 degrees of Virgo. She's going to be on divine energies of Chiron. Before you heal somebody, you need to heal your intuition. You need to heal your wrong thinking. You need to heal something in a way and a process, and your body says, well, this is not good, that is not good. Look at it, the moon. We're going to be talking about in the full moon about this aspect. This is a trine with Pluto, sextiles with Neptune, and trine with Uranus. They're all retrograde. They all send you back. You to go rethink, you to rechange, you to go ahead and reinvent, reprocess things that you have not processed from within yourself. Challenges is going to be divisions. Challenges is going to be Mars. Mars is going to be shifting at Cancer. Expect the unexpected. Okay. Usually when a Mars goes into a Cancer, there is a lot of chaos, but there is also can be a lot of put things in order. Who knows best for the putting things in order? Mars and a Cancer? No, the authority in Virgo, the most organized zodiac sign in there. Is the same time, if they are wounded, they're the most chaotic and the most disoriented. But the things in place, the strictness in there for it, the healing of the body, the healing of these energies, it's there. It's in the Virgo. It is the nurse. The nurse that says, like, this cannot be here. This needs to be disinfected. This needs to be properly put it away. The pen is not supposed to be here. Your plate is not going to be here. We're going to have a visitations from the doctor. He sees this plate, he's going to have a cow. Put it away. That's the Virgo, right? So talking about all with this, to it, those energies here with the moon towards Jupiter and Mars is going to be like, hey, you need to be dealing with those two up here. And you need to see what you're going to do about it because they're together within you. All right, this is going to be a rough day in a way, but yeah, a lot of feminine stuff, guys. I mean, you're talking about the moon, the main Lilith, the south node, Venus, and the true Lilith all coming in together. Man, you're talking about like 3 generations of females working within your grandmother, your mother, and you. If you're masculine, you also have intuition, how to do things, how to get in there. And all those energies, as you see it here, the moon is going to be at 4 degrees. Lilith, the mean Lilith, is going to be at 7 degrees. South node at 7 degrees. Venus is at 7 degrees. And you have the true Lilith at 10. And they're all going to be coming in and drive you nuts all day long. Why? What are they opposing? The North Node. See, the fear of the female to go crossing over, the female to be getting it of those energies, and that fear that affects the relationship. So if he had a fear of generational karma, all that's gonna come out in the surface. All that's gonna boil the blood. All that's gonna comes in and it's gonna come out and shows up the ugliness. But you're going to be working with that ugliness when at the moon it's going to be going on to Scorpio, how you're going to heal it. But right now, this is going to come out because guess what? You started it as you're going forward with the authority. And it's like, I cannot get there where I'm going in life if you're not facing this. And this is going to be a lot of, just don't blame, shame your grandparents, okay? Don't, or your parents. I got nothing. You just carrying their luggage. That's the problem. You to resolve that luggage, I need to done with it. Okay? Done with it. Because that's affecting what? It's affecting relationship. They're coming from the past. And the past is your past of your mother, past of your grandmother, past of your grandmother in there. But this is why the Venus, the true Lilith, and all this, it's coming back. Something from the past is coming to haunt you. All right. Next day, the moon is going to be coming to Libra. That is going to be those divine energies towards Saturn. You're going to learn what's the limits are. What they were limited, what is the things that was not proper in there, and you're going to grow with this because this is going to be a trine with Jupiter. Now you're understanding what was that limitations, because in the previous days you were looking at those limitations. Now you know what they are, you know how to get it, okay? Because that of the previous day was something hidden from within yourself. All right. Okay, so talking about the next day, this is going to be the 7th of September for it. Mercury is going to have divine energies with Neptune. That energy is going to come into the moon, and the moon is going to shoot it straight directly to the universe. You're going to be looking at what is this talking? What is this visions? What is this situations? I need to know universe, and universe is going to say, well, I'm sending you back to review things. I'm sending you to go ahead and revise the visions that you picture within your mind. I'm going to revisions. What did you put it in your head and what do you need to change? And it's the same time, Mars and Mercury comes in with Pluto, and it says like, how did you tell yourself? Maybe the things was not the way you told yourself. And as you see it, those divine energies going to be a very good proper way of understanding what is in imbalance within you and what you need to balance in there. Your intuition is going to make the call, but between the call and, oh, I don't want to heal this, I don't want to change anything. Well, if you don't change anything, you're still going to be dealing with the same crap in life. So nobody's here to save you but you. Okay, if you're complaining, whining, moaning about it, that you have something within the relationships that doesn't go well, first thing you need to look is yourself in the mirror. Not someplace else, not your partner, Not is the situations, not the politics. You. All right. Next day, we're talking about the 8th in there. The moon is going to be at Scorpio, divine energies with what? North Node. Ah, you're figuring it out in the shadow. Why? Because you're shining the light into the darkness. You see this. What is going to be the darkness that it's going to come in there? You're going to be able to see it and recognize it when you get there. As long as you get there. Okay? As long as you get there. Be mindful if you have something of first degrees of Leo in there. This is going to be your challenge. That's going to be a challenge of your ego, so forth. Okay? But the divine energies with the North Node, they're going to be comes in and going to say, hey, here. But these divine energies with the North Node, they are squaring with Mars, who just went into the family. And now this kind of like an energy right here is going to be that destructive patterns. Because those destructive patterns, they're coming from where? From the Lilith in the South Node. You're going to be repeating, kind of like an old cycle is going to be asking you to repeat this in the family pattern that it was past. But you already learned the family pattern. And now you're like, oh, heck no, I don't want to do it. Some of you are going to be repeating the cycle because you have not learned. Because you told some things that your grandparents said, your parents said within your head. But they don't have nothing to do with reality. They were just twisted and based out of the fears that was there. Sorry, guys, it is what it is. Okay, talking about the next day. Here is those divine energies at Scorpio that it's coming. Talking about what did you say to yourself and what the universe has from you. Why did the universe puts me in this family? Why I was talking about those and did you see that green pentagram that it's kind of like a forming in the sky? It's starting from the growth. It goes into your intuition. From the intuition, is going to the inner work and Chiron. Okay, from that energy, it's coming down into the authority. Okay, you're gonna be seeing at this, but at the same time, you have this Neptune, Mercury, Pluto, and Mars. So the divine is going to be helping you on Mars. You listen to these divine energies from there. It's like, hey, heck no. I'm not going to give up into the anger. I'm not going to give up into me to have control so I can control the destiny. But I can control myself how to get to my destiny. So two different things. Two different things that you're going to have to tell yourself because of Mercury retrograde that it was. He's coming back. He's not at the 4th degree of Virgo, guys. Okay? You need to stay put for a few more days so you can move forward. Right now, you're learning this wisdom. I'm talking about the end of Leo, the beginning of Virgo energies. Okay? You're getting at this wisdom of this, what you need to tell yourself. All right, the moon goes into your Sag. That's going to be squaring Mercury. Some of you is going to be like, I don't like this, I don't like that. And especially if you're taking things personally and you're going to your parents, grandparents, your partner, and so on and so on, instead of his like realizations of what is not, you start controlling yourself of what you need to do. You actually go ahead and push the buttons and shame game and blame everybody else. This is a part of sometimes the Sag, that's what they do on the negative side. But the positive side of the Sagittarius is taking the courage in there. That's what the moon is going to be a divine energies with Mars for it. But look at it, the moon is in beautiful, beautiful trines with who? With the North Node. Beautiful trines with Neptune, sextiling Pluto. I need to change, I need to transform. I know that through the transformations, I'm going to get to the universe. Can't keep going with my ego and blaming the universe. That is the worst thing that you can do, actually. Okay? So see anything there within yourself for what are you going to be expressing within yourself. All right, facing the dualities. Beginning of the challenge in there of this lesson. Every first quarter, half moon, and third quarter in there, those are like you open up a 1 quarter of what it's the beginning of that lesson that's within the divine in there. As you see it, the sun is also moved, but currently the inner work is going to be with who? It's going to be with Chiron, the healing in there. Okay, so now the moon is going to be squaring the sun, and Saturn is going to be opposing Jupiter. No growth, no limitations. Everything has to stop. You need to put a stop onto what makes you sick, not stop of the evolution. You can't stop evolution. Can't stop the universe. The universe is going to expand, it's going to collapse, and it's going to expand again. The evolution goes over and over. As long as you evolve. Okay? As long as you evolve. The moon is going to be working with the Chiron, very particular in that. That energy is going to go into the sun. Very powerful energies with Venus. Venus is right now divine energies with Saturn. Those divine energies, she's learning the lesson. Oh, my grandparents didn't know what love is. Oh, my parents did not know what love is. And now, because of that, I don't know what love is. Where is the Venus? At home, at Libra. Partnership. And guess what? The things are coming out. Venus is traveling together with what? With the true Lilith. The truth that comes out on the surface. This truth is of unhealed situations. But she works with the intuition, and she works with who? With Jupiter. With the growth. We're talking about Athena and Zeus coming together. It's going to be feeling in the air, that growth. You're doing the work. All right. Talking about the next day for it, the moon is going to be moving pretty much within Capricorn. Is going to be at the end of Sag. That's going to be squaring Neptune and opposing Mars. Usually during those energies is like having these dualities. Should I do it or should I not? Should I get there or not? What I need to do? Well, you have divine energies with Uranus. The universe is going to tell you. He already told you what you need to do. You already know what you need to do. But that doesn't resonate with your ego. That creates pain within your pain body. You are required to have something called cardinal changes. You have to do the work. You see, the 10th house or the 10th zodiac sign represents the work. And that's what the moon goes. Capricorn, to service. Okay, all public servants in there, they have something in a Capricorn. Okay, most of the doctors, they're Capricorn. Most of the successful presidents, they have a Capricorn in there, the 10th house. Yep, and that's how it goes. So when you see this kind of energies that it's going to be coming in, you're going to be dealing with that tomorrow. And speaking of that tomorrow, here how it's going to look. What is it the work is going to be connecting? Oh, the North Node. Oh, Venus. The love. And what happened in the South. So every time the moon, it's T-squaring the knot. You have something, a challenge that it comes in of you going forward and kind of like the things that comes from the past and they're all coming towards the moon, towards your intuition. And you're like, oh my God, I have to do this same thing. Why would you do that? there is a reason for it. You either have to go over the hump, or you have to evolve the same thing over and over and over again, instead of you sitting in this pile of kakapupu things in there, but you're learning things. And what is going to be the learning? Self-love. Self-love determines within love in the relationship. If you don't love the relationship in yourself, that you are in that relationship as Venus, you don't love something from within you. And that unloving part within you, it's projected towards your partner. And it's like, my partner doesn't give me this, my partner. Are you give that to your partner? Most of people's gonna say yes in there. But have you having a proper communications with your partner? And this is what is gonna be. Because Mercury right now passed that 4th degree in Virgo. Now Mercury is telling you, okay, you arrive at this point when I send you back for it. Now we're gonna be moving forward. We need these communications. And Mercury is divine energies with the. He knows the road. He gives you the directions. As long as you're zipper up the ego, zipper up the pain body, zipper up your emotions, and listen to your soul. And I'm deadly serious about this. Because later on, when you continue fighting the same things over and over, Mars squaring the knots in there, and particularly that the knots are with connecting with Lilith. All this could be leading to lots of troubles. A lot of troubles where? In the family. Some of the people are going to make a lot of mess, but they're going to learn from that mess for it. All right. Talking about the next day, the moon is going to be pretty much with Pluto. The Venus is going to be squaring on that for squaring Chiron. Yeah, that's the moment you're understanding. Oh, I fixed my body, never fixed my mind, and now I'm sick of the same thing. You think the sicknesses is only in the body. No, the sicknesses are within the energy. The sicknesses of your relationships with others. The sicknesses when you screw it up with others. Screwing up with the love with others. It's easy to blame others. If you go ahead and talk to your past relationship, oh, this was that, that was that, and so on and so on, you haven't done the inner work. But if you talk your past relationship, this is what happened, this is what he reacted, and this is what I found, and I matured from this situation. I took the time to revise my previous relationship, and I healed from this and this. I found this my negative sides in there, but that was triggered from the negative sides with this, and I figured out that the person did not want to deal with their negative sides. That's what we separate. But I understood my negative sides. This is how you transform. This is how you change. Let that sink in a little bit inside of you. Because that change is going to come in, but it's not going to be only healing you. You're going to become this pattern, okay, of healing, and sharing your story is going to be a success for somebody else healing themselves. Okay? You develop this path, but that path, the word pattern, where somebody invents something and they put patent number on there and nobody can use it, and so on and so on. Right? You develop that pattern for within yourself. Interesting stuff. All right, talking about the moon is gonna be at Aquarius. In there is gonna be this transitions for it. Talking about the 15th of September. Sextiling and trining. The knots The moon, it's trining the south node, but it's sextiling the north. It's like, oh, I'm seeing you. I see you on the horizon, and far, far on the other side, I see where I've been. I know how much more I need to go, and the moon is gonna meet that, so she can feel how it is. She can see it. What is on the other side? How would you feel on the other side? Can't just look in the positive, and you have to look the negative. But the only way to understand the other side is to get to the other side. Not just talking, get there. All right, talking about 16th of September, the moon, it's still going to be in Aquarius. Divine energies here with the sun in Chiron and the inner work. Pretty interesting times, because right now the sun is in that position of the moon of understanding this universe, transformations, and visions. What is this is all about? Because right now, Chiron and the moon, I say the power of this healing of the feminine to heal the situations within the authority within yourself. Now you're healing yourself. Now you understand what is the pattern. What is it you need to change of your process of thinking? Can't have dual standards and expecting everyone not to have dual standards. Can't expect from the others to be nice, straight, and forward, but you can make some screw ups because you're permitting. Do you guys get it? You need to look inside of it with this, what that comes from. And that is going to be triggered. So, because the sun, it is squaring what? Jupiter and Gemini. And that is squaring Saturn and Pisces. The sun is where? At Virgo. Duality, dual standards, Gemini situations. Too much duality within the authority. I don't know what to do. Oh, you know what to do. Establish the duality within yourself and go forward. Duality comes in for its purpose. You to see those positive sides, the negative side, the positive sides. You need to choose the wisdom with it. See, the good within the negative sides in there is to tell you what made you sick. And you need to remove it from your system. But at the same time, the negative sides, it's like protect yourself. The positive sides in there, those are the good things that drives you forward. But within the positive sides, they're toxic in there. You put those pink glasses in there, and guess what? You see everything, it's nice and beautiful, but you don't see the red flags. Did you get it? So you have to have both. You need to have the balance within the energies. Getting those balances in there. You need to be a Jedi, but you're not like a Jedi that only accept the one or the other. You need to understand both sides and have a peace. You're the peacemaker. But the peacemaker first begin where? You and you. Okay? All right. Talking about wisdom's gonna be gained. What happened? Why did it happen? What it was in the past? And can we calm down a little bit, Mars? Well, after you get all this firing situations that is still boiling, I'm expecting some kind of like a volcanoes to come in. So pay attention on this period, because I'm really accepting that could be some heavy situations for it, because usually this kind of like energies, when they comes in, they are not that great. Specifically with Mars has been in Cancer. Okay, that's home, family, right? So you're gonna be learning things. And what is going to be the learning? Oh, you don't talk. Or the people don't want to talk. Why do the people don't want to talk to you? Because you're not, they believe that you cannot understand them. Are you a good listener? Are you good understanding citizen there? Do you have a hidden agendas? And the people, they want to talk to you because you have this duality still within you. What are we talking about here? Mercury is in Virgo, and it's opposing Moon and Saturn, who is also in Pisces. That duality there comes out, within Pisces. Because in Pisces, you don't know who you're dealing with. That smiley shark, right? Oh, it's a good shark and so on. Still a shark though. That wolf that it's hidden in there, within the emotions, within a psyche. Okay? That little ego within the emotions that it's so hidden that it just sometimes when you get triggered, just like comes out, right? You don't want to talk about that. But that is it what makes you sick, right? And now you're learning that you need to what? Communicate the truth. Be the truth. Okay? Be the truth. Stop lying to yourself first and the most. And that's going to be affecting your relationship with others. And that's going to be the part of that ascending. Because ascension is coming upon us, guys. Can't ascending if you're lying to yourself. You're not going to be able to work within the reality. You're living in the lies. So you're living in your own fake matrix. All right. Here is, that's what's going to be pretty much the full moon. In there, the moon is arriving. It's meeting Neptune and Pisces. What do you see? Remember, I told you that I want to be talking about this aspect. Now the sun is trining Pluto, it's trining Uranus, and they are sextiling Neptune and the moon. What is it that the astrology known as the kite? Now, if you put everything together in there, now you're figuring it out. What did the universe give you? What are the proper visions for? And what is the proper transformations to work that needs to be done? But together with the authority. So the moon is arriving in season the other side. You put yourself in your partner's shoes. You put yourself within the shoes of the authority. What you're opposing and what is the part of you don't like. Now I understanding. It wasn't about that you didn't like. You didn't understood. You didn't understood the things. And now you understand the things. You understand what made you doing all these things. Maybe twisted fears, projected fears, mind twisted from friends, family, and so on and so on, society, political, religious, and so on. That has to end. And this is what's going to be the conflict within the full moon and Pisces. But it's going to be buried where? Deep within your psyche. Down there. And you're going to find it. And you're going to find what actually makes you sick. Because your body can be perfect. But what about your mind? What about your spirit? What about your soul? And then you understand things about you. And all you have to do is change. But change is to evolve. To do that inner work within yourself. And you gotta be thankful for those conflicts. Because those conflicts are there to help you to have a better life. All right, guys? So that's all I have for you for right now. I'm going to be doing the astrogravitational report later on for it. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the help. Thank you for the coffee. And we'll be seeing you later. Be love, guys. Be love.